Hey guys, I'm Maddie and welcome back to my channel. So I have been around the block when it comes to mental health and dealing with my depression, and right now I am feeling the best I have ever felt in my life. My depression is very much on the back burner. It's not something I have to deal with and face every day. I've got a pretty good grasp on it, but it was a rough ride getting here, and there was a lot of things I had to go through, lessons I had to learn in order to get where I am now. And I wanted to share with you some of my no bullshit tips on becoming less depressed and getting over the depression. I don't know if I will ever be 100% healed from my depression. I think it might be always something that's kind of in and out of my life, but this is how I have gotten a better grasp on my depression and not let it take over my entire life. Because for a while it was very, very debilitating and I couldn't get out of bed. I was very suicidal, didn't want to be here, but I've made it. I've overcome it and I am like through the tunnel, I think. But anyways, these are kind of ruthless, some of these tips. It's not like, oh, put on a nice outfit or go drink some tea. Sorry, that's not the advice you're gonna get here, but let me share my tips with you. The first is to acknowledge that this is not normal. You shouldn't be feeling like this. Life isn't meant to be depressing, so acknowledging that there is something wrong, like, yes, it's okay to not be okay, but you need to do something about it. Like, you need to take steps to get over this because you shouldn't feel like this. You shouldn't want to be stuck in the depressive. And I know for me, I felt a lot of comfort being depressed because that's what I was used to. That's what my normal was. But you shouldn't be like that. It's not healthy. It's not good for you. It's not good for the people around you. So acknowledging that something needs to change is the first step. The second is to delete or lower your consumption of social media. You can't focus on yourself and make yourself better while you are consuming so many other people's lives, and that just is a breeding ground for comparison, and that will keep you stuck in your depression. The third is to stop consuming alcohol, weed, or other drugs. Mostly because this is a coping mechanism and it will actually like cover up the root cause and distract you from what's actually going on in your life. And once you kind of shed those coping mechanisms, you can focus on what is making you feel the way you do and why you are reaching for those to distract or to numb out. The fourth tip is to start journaling in any capacity and however that works best for you. I use journaling very loosely, but more as like keeping track of how you're feeling, things that are going on in your life, things you're grateful for, things that you're not happy with. And this could be like once a day or once a week or just whenever you think of it. And it could be pen to paper. It could be a note in your phone. It could be some sort of video entry. Just document how you're feeling, and then you can go back and look on things later on or find days where you were really low and kind of see what led to that. But it's a great way to track your progress and to just express yourself in a safe place where you can say whatever's on your mind, and don't overanalyze too much what you're saying. Just kind of let it flow right out of you, and it doesn't have to be super structured. You don't have to follow prompts. You can literally just write about what you dreamed the night before, or what you ate, or what you're excited about, or what has you really upset, what's bothering you. It is so personalized journaling, and you can do whatever you want. The fifth is start moving your body. I don't mean you have to do very intense physical workouts like HIIT or weightlifting. Go for walks, do some yoga, do some stretching. Just move your body, because I feel like depression is a very mental thing. Well, obviously it's mental health, but you need to like move your body, move the energy out of your head, focus on something other than your thoughts. Think about how your body's moving, how you want to be moving. But I definitely think the more challenging the workout, the better, because when I'm doing a really intense workout, I'm not focused on what's making me depressed. I'm focusing on getting through the workout and making it out alive. And it's a healthier distraction. It's a good way to like there is so much science behind like moving your body and depression and the link between that and like mental health and everything, but just take my word for it. Why do you think so many reformed depressed people go to the gym, or why do people call the gym therapy? Like there is a reason for that, because it feels good. You're challenging yourself. You can see, even if it's not necessarily your end goal, you can see like physical progress, and it's just good to take care of yourself and to do something, to get moving. Number 6 is to get outside of your comfort zone and do one hard thing a day or a week, just challenging yourself, because it's easy to be depressed. Being depressed makes it okay to lay in bed all day, to neglect yourself, to let go of your responsibilities in a sense, and it's just a comforting feeling. But when you're pushing yourself, you feel accomplished, you feel like you did something, and it kind of creates a snowball effect. You do one hard thing and that gives you the confidence to do more difficult things, and you just keep going until eventually the depression is kind of behind you or beside you and it's not holding on to you so tightly. Number 7 is to focus on yourself and what you actually want and need. This might feel a little isolating, and I know I experienced that, but you need to look after yourself first. Your depression isn't controlling other people. You're the one who's suffering at the end of the day. So you need to look after yourself before you can go out and be social. So yes, this might look like cutting some people off, but once you really tap into what you need and what you want, then you'll be able to show up for other people much better. And then this kind of leads to number 8, is make connections with real people in your real life. It's very easy to hop on social media and just have that parasocial connection where you think you know someone because you're watching them and because you're getting a glimpse into their life. But when you connect with people in your real life, you see their struggles, you realize people aren't perfect, because yes, everyone on social media can put up a very big front and make things look a lot more glamorized than they actually are. But when you are talking with people in real life, you can't filter conversations, you can't edit out the awkward little blips or whatever. Like, it's just so grounding talking to people in real life and making real connections. And it's hard, like, don't get me wrong, especially if you have anxiety like I have. It is very difficult, but again, it's doing those hard things. It's doing those things outside of your comfort zone. Number 9, this might be a controversial one, but I think everyone should be microdosing shrooms. I microdosed psilocybin a few times, and it honestly is life-changing. Not in big drastic ways, but just in like the small little details. I don't know, I just feel so much different. I have a whole video about it and I would like to do another one. Do your research before you do it to see if it's suitable for you. Sorry, my camera died, so I apologize for the change in lighting, setup, whatever. But as I was saying, psilocybin still isn't legal everywhere. Most places it's not actually. So do your research, look into it. But yeah, I highly recommend you look into psilocybin if you're dealing with depression, and especially if you've like tried a lot of other options like medications, things like that. Look into this as maybe a next step for you. Number 10 is to change your perspective on things, and also to realize not everyone sees things the same way that you do. I have an example for this. When I was deep into my drinking and my depressive behavior, I was in a deep conversation with this guy, and I was doing a lot of the talking, and I thought, oh, everyone thought I cornered him and was talking and like just talking his ear off and like wouldn't let him leave. Like I had him like cornered and like was not harassing him, but like, you know, whatever. But then someone came up to me and was like, oh, Madison, like you got caught talking to so-and-so, like how was that? Like he's a chatterbox, like he trapped you. And that just made me realize like how I see things isn't how other people perceive them. So If I am looking at my life and it's causing a lot of stress for me and a lot of depression, then I need to get a new perspective. I need to change the angle I'm looking at things, change the way I'm approaching situations in my life, and go at them with more peace, love, and kindness. Number 11 is be present. Be in the right now. If you are worried about something or thinking back on past behaviors and how embarrassed you are by them or ashamed or how guilty you feel, take a minute, look around you, see where you are, and really evaluate right now in this present moment. Is there anything harming me? Is there anything threatening? Is there anything threatening me? Is there any reason I shouldn't feel safe? And in the good times, be present, wow, I'm having a really great time right now. All of this is going so well for me, and acknowledge that. And just don't future trip. Don't think about your anxiety for the future, and don't be stuck in the past, reliving moments that you're not proud of. Be right where you are right now. Number 12, this is the root cause of a lot of my depression, and my advice to you is don't assume what people think. Take what people say at face value. If they tell you, wow, you're a great person, you're a funny person, just say thanks and take that and move on from it. Don't assume that they have ulterior motives for telling you that, like, oh, they said I'm a great person, but they actually really think I'm annoying, or that I talk too much, or that whatever it might be. Don't make up things for people, because again, this is all about perspective. Don't assume they feel one way about you if their words are telling you another thing, and obviously their actions too. Like, look at both, but people will say what they mean 9 times out of 10, and even if they don't necessarily mean what they're saying, it doesn't matter. Just take what they say and just move on from it. Anyways, that is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.